What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Loaded Mag TV. In today's video, we're going to be going over my Kriss Vector Gen 3. Now, I have added a few things since uploading the first video, which I believe was just the unboxing and first impressions of this gun. If you have watched this video, you'll be able to see right away there are, again, some modifications or different additions to this, and I'm very happy with the way this build came out. I think a lot of the attachments that I put on here are almost mandatory if you're going to own a Kriss Vector. But besides that, this video is just really to just go over what I have added to the gun, and I think this is pretty much how it's going to be. I'm pretty much going to leave it as you guys see it right now. Pretty happy with the way it turned out. I have about 400 rounds through this gun, give or take, and that's just shooting Remington UMC. That's 45 ACP full metal jacket rounds, just range stuff. And this did not have any malfunctions whatsoever. So unfortunately, I have not shot it with the suppressor yet, but I don't think it's really going to make a difference. These guns do very well suppressed. It's almost like they're made for it. So there's no adjustable gas system or anything like that. This is just direct blowback. So I'm not too worried about that. But again, let's just dive into the video and go over what I have added to it. So we're going to start from the front and to the back, but real quick, I am going to clear the weapon. There is nothing in the chamber, but there is a loaded mag. So this is a 30 round 45 ACP Glock mag, basically, with the Kriss Vector extension. I run Spear Gold Dot hollow points, and we will go ahead and check that chamber. Weapon is clear. All right, so on the front of the gun, we have a Nautilus suppressor. So this suppressor from the factory comes with the Nielsen or Nelson device, or the booster, I've also heard it been called. And basically what that does, it allows this to be attached to a pistol barrel that has a typical Browning action. So the manufacturer of the suppressor, CGS, the Nautilus is the model. They also sell a booster replacement. So it comes with a fixed shroud, basically, that replaces that booster, which is basically a spring inside. So you just replace it with that, and it becomes safe for pistol caliber carbines. It won't allow that suppressor to move up and down or left and right due to that booster. So that is currently installed on here. And again, it just makes it safe. So you won't have any baffle strikes or anything like that with a solid stationary barrel. So again, I haven't shot this yet. I will be uploading range footage of this. I'm very excited to run the 45 ACP can with the Kriss Vector. Pretty much mandatory to have this thing suppressed. So again, that is why I went with the 45 ACP Kriss Vector. I think the 10 mil is probably one of the coolest. 9 mil is also cool as well. 45 is just definitely the easiest thing to suppress, just because it's naturally subsonic. Now we'll move to the light here. We have a Cloud Defensive Rain 3.0. This is the micro version. So best thing about this light, it has, I believe it's 90 or it's 95,000 candela. So it's a really has a really tight beam pattern. Candela meaning how bright that center beam is, basically. I don't harp too much on the lumen output, but candela is definitely very important to me in a weapon mounted light, especially if you want to shoot out to, I don't know, 25 yards plus. You really want to have something with a very high candela rating. Now you can see it does have the pressure pad that comes in the box, and I love this pad because it also has the cable management system that's built right into that pressure pad. I think they did really well with this light. And also it has a rechargeable battery in there. It just takes a typical Type-C cable, so very easy to charge up and a very reliable light. So we kind of skipped it, but it's just the standard Kriss Vector flip-up sights. Have one in the front and the rear. Now, this is also a new addition. I have the A3. This is a proprietary grip for the Gen 3 version. Fits perfectly on the M-LOK slot on the bottom. And I think this is actually a mandatory grip, unless you're going to be SBRing this and throwing a vertical grip on here. This allows you to get a full purchase on the gun while not touching any of these controls that everybody complains about. If you speak to anybody who owns a Kriss Vector Gen 3 or even a Gen 2, I believe, with either touching the bolt catch or release or the magazine release, it's going to happen. It happened to me while shooting out on the range. I didn't have this installed. It really should come from the factory with this thing. And again, this is from A3. Next, we have the EOTech XPS2. Now, this is direct mounted onto the Picatinny rail up here. I'm still not 100% sure if I want to go with a optic riser. I'm probably going to go with a Unity optic riser, but I have been getting more comfortable with it, and the weapon already has a large high overbore, so I really don't want to increase that anymore. So for the time being, I'm probably just going to leave it as is, but I might be doing that in the future. Moving our way back, we have just the Kriss Vector flip up sight for the rear, and as I was just using this before, this is the Strike Industries dual folding brace. Now, if you saw my original video with the Kriss Vector, I believe it was a short, I just installed some things on it, which was the SB Tactical folding brace. I don't really like the folding brace from SB Tactical. Give a little comparison so you guys don't make the same mistake, or maybe you would opt for this. That's up to you guys. But again, this is just the 1913 Picatinny rail brace. It is only single folding, so it only folds to the left. The main thing I love about this brace is that it folds both ways, hence the dual folding. So you press on the left button to fold to the right, and I'll show that now. And kind of locks in. You kind of have to push up, and then you can unfold it. And then same thing, if you want to fold it to the other side, you just press the other button, and then it folds just like that. So the main reason why I switched from the SB Tactical to this one is because I could fold it to this side, which is very important if you want to shoot it while folded, just because when it's folded in this direction, you do not have any way to actuate that safety, which is very important. Also really cool with this, if you press both these buttons, you could just remove the brace completely. And for any reason why you'd want to do that, I don't know, but just cool to have that feature. This is also aluminum as well, the actual bar here. And then you do have a QD mount here, which I wouldn't end up using that. I think that'd be pretty uncomfortable while shouldering this. But it's nice that you have that feature, I guess. And then also, I was kind of upset when I did receive this in the mail because I didn't know that there were two versions of this. This is the polymer version. So when this is affixed to the pick rail in the back, you can actually have this flex a little bit. I don't even know if I can, yeah, I can't really do it on camera, but if you throw this up to your shoulder and kind of, you know, push that weapon into your shoulder, you can kind of see this flexing a little bit. So I'm not a huge fan of that. Also, this is just like a rubber material, kind of flexible as well. And again, it's only single folding, so you can't use the Kriss Vector while it's folded because of that safety issue. But yeah, this is completely made of aluminum. This is a solid polymer, and this part right here is also aluminum. So very happy with this, and this is actually cheaper than the SB Tactical brace, the plastic version. They do make a metal version or aluminum, which is more money. But again, I think if you're getting a Kriss Vector, either put the real Kriss Vector stock on it if you're going to SBR it, or if you're going to keep the pistol configuration like I am, I definitely highly recommend this one. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you like the build, give it a thumbs up. Again, I will be doing a range video very soon. I'm very excited to get this on the channel with the Kriss Vector, the Nautilus, and really excited to get some rounds down range and not use any hearing protection. So, but besides that, I'll catch you guys on the next one.